Turkish president issues stark warning of expanding Israeli aggression. In a fiery address to parliament, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has raised alarm bells about Israel's expanding military operations in the Middle East, claiming that Turkish territory could be the next target of Israeli aggression. The Turkish leader's provocative statements come amid escalating tensions in the region, with Israel engaged in military operations in Gaza, Lebanon, and Syria. Israel's next target is Turkey. It is also revealing this intention on various occasions, Erdogan declared, his words echoing through the halls of the Turkish parliament. The president's bold assertion has sent shockwaves through diplomatic circles and raised concerns about the potential for further escalation in an already volatile region. Erdogan draws parallels to past Turkish interventions. In a move that has raised eyebrows among international observers, Erdogan hinted at the possibility of Turkish military intervention to counter perceived Israeli threats. Drawing parallels to past Turkish operations, the president stated, "Just like we entered Karabakh, just like we entered Libya, we might do similar to them." This provocative comparison to Turkey's military involvement in conflicts such as Nagorno-Karabakh and Libya has sparked speculation about the extent of Turkey's potential response to Israeli actions in the region. While Erdogan did not provide specific details about any planned interventions, his words have undoubtedly heightened tensions between Ankara and Tel Aviv. Turkish leader accuses Israel of stoking regional flames. Erdogan pulled no punches in his criticism of Israeli actions, accusing the country of deliberately provoking conflict with its neighbors. While Israel is carrying out terrorist attacks on Lebanon, it is trying every kind of provocation to draw regional countries into its fire, he asserted. The Turkish president's inflammatory rhetoric extended to personal attacks on Israeli leadership, with Erdogan stating Netanyahu's dreams include Anatolia. This accusation of Israeli territorial ambitions reaching into Turkish heartland has added fuel to an already incendiary situation. Ankara warns of illegal invasion in Lebanon. Turkey's foreign ministry has joined the chorus of condemnation, labeling Israel's ground operation in Lebanon as an illegal invasion attempt. The ministry's strongly worded statement called for an immediate end to the operation and the withdrawal of Israeli forces from Lebanese territory. This attack must come to an end immediately, and Israeli soldiers must withdraw from Lebanese territory, the ministry demanded, warning that the conflict could have far-reaching consequences beyond the immediate region. Erdogan calls for global response to Israeli actions. In his address, Erdogan urged the international community to take decisive action against what he described as Israel's aggressive expansionism. All states and international organizations, especially the UN, must stop Israel before more children and women die, he implored. The Turkish leader criticized what he perceived as a muted global response to Israel's actions, stating, "Unfortunately, Israel, which aims to set the entire region on fire, has killed 42,000 people in Gaza and is now starting massacres in Lebanon, is not receiving the necessary reaction from the world." Turkey prepares for potential evacuations. As tensions continue to simmer, the Turkish government is taking precautionary measures to ensure the safety of its citizens in Lebanon. The Foreign Ministry announced preparations for a possible evacuation of Turkish nationals via air and sea, citing concerns about deteriorating security conditions in the country. In coordination with relevant institutions, alternative plans have been prepared for the evacuation of our citizens by sea or air from Lebanon, the ministry stated, highlighting the gravity with which Ankara views the current situation. Erdogan rejects calls for neutrality. In a defiant stance, Erdogan dismissed suggestions that Turkey should remain neutral in the face of regional conflicts. "We are facing an occupation network that intends to throw the entire region into fire. No one with an iota of conscience can remain silent in the face of such a massacre network," he declared. The Turkish president's words underscore his determination to position Turkey as a vocal critic of Israeli actions and a defender of Palestinian rights, regardless of the potential diplomatic consequences. Historical echoes and future uncertainties. Erdogan's provocative statements have drawn swift reactions from Israeli officials, with Foreign Minister Israel Katz comparing the Turkish leader to former Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein. This war of words between Ankara and Tel Aviv has reignited memories of past regional conflicts and raised fears of a potential broader conflagration. As the situation continues to evolve, the international community watches with bated breath, wondering if Erdogan's fiery rhetoric will translate into concrete action or remain a tool for domestic political consumption. The Turkish leader's warnings of Israeli designs on Turkish territory have added a new dimension to an already complex and volatile regional landscape. With Turkey positioning itself as a staunch defender of Palestinian rights and a vocal critic of Israeli military operations, the potential for further escalation looms large. As Erdogan declared, whatever the cost, Turkey will continue to stand against Israel and invite the world to this honorable stance. The coming days and weeks will reveal whether this stance leads to a diplomatic breakthrough or a dangerous new chapter in Middle Eastern conflicts. Subscribe for more.